Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are watching us today in this world or the replay. Today is a webinar about the news of iDRS 16, so a warm welcome to you. Very nice that you made it to our webinar. I'm Henning from IRIS. If you want to know more about me, please go to our website, www.iriscorporate.com, and watch out for the employee videos. Time is tight today, and the IRIS OCR team has developed so many new things that I straight want to dive into what is new for you with the IRIS OCR, which is the official name, or you will know it under iDRS, and what's coming in the next few weeks and days. So let us start with the latest news for iDRS 16. What have we been doing the last year and what are we doing this year at a glance? In general, this video will contain a lot of information for you. You will have a live Q&A session afterwards where you can ask a lot of questions. Thomas, the development lead of iDRS, will join me for that Q&A session. So you're able to get the latest news, even in deep technical analysis. Where are we right now with iDRS? So we have focused a lot on office conversion improvements. We are quite there yet. HQ OCR Japanese has taken quite some time, so higher accuracy. I will come to that later on during the presentation. We have a new page segmentation, great merits for you, building that into your product. We are working on a data extraction module, which we will still have to pick up this year and finish. In general, we are developing in a more transparent process now, so changed something internally. General collaborative development approach has been taken, and this all focused on objectives. As usual, we are looking for continuous evolution. What are we doing next? So again, office conversion, HQ OCR for new languages, new page segmentation, data extraction module will be fulfilled and will be absolutely finished this year. We will focus on faster conversion times, and we will include additional languages to the new machine learning based HQ OCR with a very high quality. I will come to that point later on. In addition, if you want to have a cloud service for digital mailrooms, for classification, for extraction, please join our Iris Pulse project. Contact us afterwards. It will give you a service or a cloud platform for all these things like classification, business document extraction, integration of large language models, and all that new stuff. Let's deep dive into why we did iDRS 16 in detail. So give you a little bit more context. iDRS 15 has been live since 2012. So quite some time for a product version in the software world. It always needed to be backwards compatible with adding new classes and new methods while containing the features we usually no longer use. And it was in general missing a high-level programming. This is why we did a new major version of our iDRS or IRIS OCR. So the scope has been very clear. It should be simple. It should optimize a few things, and then it should improve your usage of the product. As we wanted to keep the recommended methods and parameters, but get rid of all those we do not need no longer, we have tried to enable you to use less parameters, so more user story oriented. Thomas has given me a nice example. This is how it looked like in iDRS 15. And here is what the evolution in iDRS 16 came out with. Much easier to handle, much easier to integrate as well. We've modernized the API with adding as well .NET API support for the three major operating system tribes. Let's call it like this. And for you developers, this will say something. It's also available as nugget packages. So just reach out for us if you are interested in getting these. The releases, looking backwards, iDRS 16.0 has been released in October 23. It was a transition from iDRS 15 to iDRS 16. Thus, it is a major release. The API is not guaranteed to be backward compatible. So you should have to do a little bit of work around your integration to integrate iDRS 16. Last year's October, iDRS 16.1 has been released. Generally, we stabilized the API. It's again now backwards compatible in version 16 again. So this will follow up for all the other versions in the future, which have a 16 in the beginning. And I would want you to have a look at the feature set we are providing to you with this new version. At first, looking in particular into the OCR. There has been this HQ OCR, which is machine learning based. It is there for all languages with Latin alphabet and with Cyrillic alphabet. It has been added for Greek. It has now been replaced for Korean, and the results are 4 times less mistakes in searchable PDFs, which is quite good. And it is 30% faster, which is even better, so higher accuracy and quicker results. If you look into the Japanese version as well, HQ OCR was a basis for redoing it, and it's available since the 16.2.2 version, which will give you a much higher accuracy on low DPI documents. Even on good quality scans, slightly better accuracy, and as said again, more than 30% time saving, so very quick response times, even though we were already very quick in version 15. We have been improving this quite a lot. The feature set contains now the automatic language detection, so you can set your integration to all languages supported by iDRS. And iDRS will choose the right language. It is still possible to restrict to a specific set of languages if you are pretty sure that all the others are not needed. We've added an empty form fields detection, so you can detect these fields like text fields, like comb text, like checkboxes, and integrate them, for example, into a PDF form then after running it through OCR. Just to give you an example, iDRS 15 was there not as good as iDRS 16 is now. With iDRS 16, all these fields, all these checkboxes have been recognized and can be added to a new electronic form that you can export and then use in further processes. It as well can export OCR results into the Alto format. Again, something very specific for those who are developers and are very deep into it. It will say something to them. Pretty new, pretty much in use in governmental environments, maybe in banking, something else. If you want to know more about that, please reach out to us. Again, back to the feature set, now to the document conversion. We've done a lot in there. So we have a brand new writer for Office document output, which has a new segmentation for Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. We have fine-tuned very much things like overlapping zones in Word, rotated text recognition. All that things have been done. These overlapping zones on the rotated text is still worked on, but pretty much ready. You will see that later. Going to the docx export, it has now a better handling of the document layout. You will see it soon. It has an improved OCR and a new image cleanup algorithm. What iDRS 15 has been doing with some documents in the segmentation, maybe you know it. As you can see, the improvements to version 16 are quite big. Same with these more or less structured documents, with these tables, with the zones in gray here, with all the tables. iDRS 16 is capable of exporting that to a brilliant Word format, and you can work with it afterwards and reuse it, which was in iDRS 15 questionable with a few documents that were very problematic. As said, PDF export, you can detect empty form fields. You can create them and add them to your PDF document. Digital signature is in version 16 now able to create a full one with certification and visual content, which hasn't been possible in the past. New PDF standards have been added, like these PDF A2U and A23. They have been newly introduced, and pretty important for Europe in the future will be the PDF UA standard, will be added soon. Think still during H1 2025, so you can benefit from that as well. Again, back to the OCR technology evolutions. We have a completely new page segmentation, targeting these non-standard text documents. And this meaning really complex backgrounds, like these multiple colors, the characters are in multiple colors, multiple fonts, different backgrounds will now work perfectly. Same with documents that have been or that have a quite hard structure to recognize because it switches, it has boxes, it has form fields whatsoever, works seamless now. It is much more tolerant for those different lights, angles, and whatsoever which come from camera pictures and documents. So this one was sort of a hassle in iDRS 15 to deal with. Now it isn't any longer. Technology-wise or roadmap update-wise, the current version is the 16.1 LTS or the 16.2.3. In the default, it still has the old page segmentation and reprocessing the high quality OCR, so HQ OCR, the one I was referring to. Why reprocessing? Well, we still use the old OCR. If we do not get a feasible result, then we reprocess it in the HQ OCR, just for speed reasons. The actual lab version already has a new page segmentation. So a few of you ones are already testing with this, still having those reprocessing high quality OCR in it. We are actually in the process of quality assuring the 16.2.5 for iDRS. This will contain as a default the new page segmentation, while in HQ we will release a 16.3 version, where a lab version will already have the full HQ OCR features with these improvements for Japanese, for Korean, and all the standard Cyrillic and Latin-based character sets. Somewhat in 2026, this will then be the default version where you all can benefit from. When we come to data extraction, we always had in the past different SDKs, and we wanted to reduce our product complexity by combining those two SDKs, one for the basic OCR and one for data extraction, and synchronize them within the iDRS 16 version. This is still something we are working on. It is powered by the iris extract engine, so nothing completely new. We're working with that for quite a while already. We are injecting OCR into the data extraction engine. And what can you do with it? Well, you can search with fuzzy searches, for example, for regular expressions, for keywords, key value searches, numbers, amounts, currencies, whatever you can describe, you can search for. And you can extract these information and insert them into your business process optimization solution, workflow solution, archive, whatever you're thinking of. In the next step, we will add database lookups. So you can search, for example, with a value-added text number here in Europe, quite common, for a customer name. You can look up an IBAN bank account number. You can have social security number databases behind it to just cope with the databases and enrich the data you are extracting from the document with other data you already have. As said, injecting it into your workflow solution or whatever you want to do. This is something what we are working on right now. So if you're interested in this, please reach out to us. We are at a stage where we still want to hear your expectations, so we can adjust development a little bit. So please do not hesitate to come back to us. I hope this so far was convincing to go for a new iDRS version, but there is sort of how to get there and the question, because things have changed in the past at Iris a little bit. We changed our working models. Maybe a few of your colleagues that you had at Iris changed. I will just explain it to you in a very brief session, how to get to a new iDRS version. For those who are new and who just get started with inserting our OCR SDK, the process is quite the same as the update process. So beginning with, at first, you should contact your account manager, which is Christabella Rosal or Rasha Suryani in the first place. You can as well contact me as a sales director of that team, but the account managers are usually more used to the procedures and processes that we need to accomplish to give you the best experience. Those will reach out to you to check your feature set. What do you need? Which languages do you need? Compression needed, output formats needed, office output, whatsoever. So check your feature set, make clear you get what you need for the future in the features. We will then give you access to a trial license via a Jira account. This Jira account is then as well your communication platform towards our development. If you have integration questions, if you need to reach out for consultancy in specific cases, you can do that via this Jira account, straight from developer to developer, or you can reach out to your account managers to manage that and maybe give your consultant on hand or give you a quick answer. Anything will work. Nonetheless, your license will come via the Jira account. Don't be afraid of it. You have to integrate it. Well, it's an SDK, so it's not working without you integrating it. As said, if you need help, contact us. I think we've integrated and wrapped it in most cases, so we will have some experience and give you some guidance in how to do that. You have to test it to know if it fits your needs, if you need to twist and tweak it somewhere. Sometimes, again, you need our experience. If something is okay or not, just reach out to us. Compare it to your actual version of iDRS. So make sure your clients will become more satisfied, or compare it to your existing OCR solution that you're integrating. And I'm pretty sure we will win this comparison. And next, we then will roll out your product with a new integrated SDK, delivering quicker, better, or whatsoever results to your customers to satisfy them and in the end satisfy you. This is the process. So contact them, ask them for help, go for the features, and then just do it. As usual, iDRS 16 is a new release of a software, and as many of our market colleagues are doing it, like Adobe, like Microsoft, this is sure a subscription licensing. But your account managers will inform you about that, about the changes possibly. I hope this all was interesting enough for you to now run us down in a Q&A session where I would want to switch to a live Q&A session and have Thomas as my technical counterpart on the side to answer your questions and give you an insight or give you an explanation of what you were missing so far. So up to this point, thank you very much. And over to the questions and answers. Well, yes, I hope you can hear me right here. Well, Thomas, as the lead of the development of iDRS, is with me, and we do have a few questions already which have been asked. One of the questions was, are we able to help with the integration of iDRS 16 as people learned that it's not 100% the same way? We had to do things in a different way. We changed a bit. Thomas, could you raise your voice on that? I think you are still muted, so well, to answer that question from my side, it is sure that you will have access through the Jira account when you ask us for new version, new license whatsoever, that you will have access to the development team, to the team of Thomas. So you have straight away the link to our developers who will help you integrate with snippets they could share, with advices, with all that stuff. And yes, definitely we will support you in integrating the new iDRS 16. In general, I guess Thomas is having a few issues with his browser, which is usual. The next question that has been raised was, let me have a look. Can you give a bit more details on the coming topics this year? As said, the coming topics of this year are just around the corner. The release of the new version in H1 will have, which will have the new page segmentation as the standard. In addition, we will do a lot more in the HQ OCR in the near future. In H2 2025, we will release something like that. Someone asked if we have comparisons in terms of speed and quality of recognition with our usual competitors. I would like to get back onto that question in particular to share what tests we have done. Usually iDRS has always been, or Iris OCR has always been very fast in their embedded versions as an SDK, giving very quick responses. And yes, we did focus that on that in version 16 as well. So I will get back to you with insights into our testings with our colleagues from the development. Hello, Thomas. Nice that you joined us.
Yeah, finally. Sorry for the problem.
No problem. I think we solved it very good. There was another question where I definitely need your knowledge for, because I would have been lost absolutely. It's the regarding the use of the iDRS engine for producing PDFs with text. And they are using a specific language which is called Delphi. Is there a DLL wrapper available for the iDRS 16 version for Delphi? Could you elaborate that a little bit?
So we don't have a Delphi wrapper available ad hoc. So we have, let's say, the C++ API, the standard one. C is available too, otherwise .NET. For Delphi, we don't have anything automatically generated from the product, but we have a bit of experience into helping customers with Delphi projects. And so in that case, we can provide some help as a project base, a few man days somehow in order to help to upgrade to a new iDRS.
Very good. So we will reach out to you who has pointed out this question as well. There are additional questions which are very much pointing at the particular integration that you I think you must be an existing customer then, that you have. We will get back to each and every one who raised the question right here, and we'll get in contact with you. If everything is clear for you and you just want to go the way towards iDRS 16 and with all the new features, the page segmentation, docx export, news in PDF export, all these great stuff, please just reach out to us. Just for the clarity, I will once again share my screen. And I will do it as the whole section. I think we've covered it all. It was an interesting half an hour for us. I hope you can share that on your side. And it was an interesting half of an hour for you as well. As said, if there are upcoming questions, if you just want to upgrade, reach out to the colleagues from sales, Christabella in Russia. If you like to replay that, you will find a replay of the webinar on our website. Otherwise, I would just thank you for your attention and hope that we are getting in contact soon to each other to move the way to our Iris OCR iDRS 16 in the next weeks, months, days at the best. So thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day wherever you are. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, regarding to your time zone, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you once again.